Today's video is sponsored by OneFootball. Available now on the Apple App Store and the Android Play Store. Get all the latest news, fixtures, videos, scores, stats, and key dates for your favorite football teams from around the globe. It's free to download, and of course the link is in the description. If you love football, if you love the game, download the app today. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the final day of the Premier League season. That's right, it's match day 38. And if you haven't been keeping up with it, where have you been? That's the big question, because it's ridiculous at the top of the table. So let's have a quick look. That's not the right one. Let's go to England Premier League rankings. And as you can see, we currently have Liverpool, City, and ourselves all sitting on 73 points. It's so annoying because I've only lost 4 games all season, but I've drawn 13 matches, and if you just converted, 1 or 2 of those matches into wins, we'd probably win the league. But now it all comes down to it. We're going to have to hope that Liverpool and City both drop points, or we win by about 10-0, which is probably not going to happen on Superstar. Everton have had a great season, lying in 4th place, Chelsea 5th. Bottom of the table right now, you've got Middlesbrough and Burnley both getting relegated, but it could still come down to Newcastle and Watford. And guess what? Watford's playing Liverpool and Newcastle is facing City. So I would really hope those two teams are looking to perform. And if they both win, actually, Fulham could get relegated as well. It's quite an enticing last day of the season. So either way, we have to win. But we've got a lot of players buzzing, which is good news. De Gea's going to be in goal. I'm going to start Odriozola with Lindelof. Yeah, never play him, to be honest, but we're going to start Lindelof at the back with Kempembe. Luke Shaw on the left. We're going to start Kondogbia. He played well in the last match with Pogba. Going to bring Harrit back, considering he's buzzing, and Savic is out for about 4 days. Then we're going to start Martial, Lukaku, and Rashford, who scored 2 goals in the last game. Definitely want to play him. So there's a look at Brighton, a 4-2-3-1. They're not having... Actually, I don't know where they are. Let's have a quick look where they are in the league. I have a feeling Brighton are kind of mid-table-ish. 12th. Yeah, they haven't been bad, to be honest. So, yeah, 12th place. And after this, obviously, the big one. The final game of the season. The Champions League final. Taking on the Gunners. So, let's dive into it. I hope you guys are enjoying this season. I've still got to make a choice. You guys still have to help me out here. Who I'm going to pick next season. I mean, I don't think you guys want me to carry on being Manchester United. Let me know. Probably not. If not, let me know. I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to go elsewhere. I kind of want to go to Serie A or La Liga. We're really only going to get a couple of seasons done, or maybe one, before we get the information about PES 2020. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts below, who you want to see, and a reason why you want to see them. All right, let's dive into it. Final match day. Man United taking on Brighton and Hove Albion. So you join us live on BBC Sport for today's matchup. Manchester United against Brighton in the final game of this season in the Premier League. And as we know, it couldn't be tighter at the top. 3 teams have 73 points. And I've no idea why the crowd is holding grey banners up, but they are. But Luigi knows they've got to win to at least give themselves a slim chance of picking up another trophy. So I get asked a lot about my camera angle. This is what I'm playing on. This is the broadcast camera. We're playing on 21 zoom, 31 height, 15 angle, 0.15. Now, with angle, make sure you don't have it too high. It will give you a more realistic broadcast look, but your passes will go astray because the directional buttons are sort of all over the place. And then finally, there's your range and your delay. So there we have it. So, Manchester United get us underway for the last time this season in the Barclays Premier League. Picked up the FA Cup trophy in the last match with a 4-0 win against Manchester City. But David De Gea was simply sensational in that game. And now, United are looking to finish on a high here. The final match of the season. More importantly, what's going to happen? Oh, lovely play there by Luke Shaw, trying to fight his way through. But what is going to happen in the match between City who are facing Newcastle, and Liverpool taking on Watford. Right now, Brighton are sitting rather deep. Bit of tricky there by Harrit. He's back in the lineup. He had a couple of days rest, or a couple of games rest. Fully match fit now, though. Savic out with 4 days worth of injury. He really did play quite well in the last match, actually. Ball over the top's a good idea. Looking for Romelu Lukaku. Manages to get it down. Back to Odriozola, who's going to start again. Now, Brighton haven't had a bad season. Lying in 12th place. Comfortably secured themselves for next season in the Premier League. And here's a chance for Odriozola. Lukaku's header wasn't far away from nestling into the corner. Ryan did well. Well, coming up to 20 minutes played. Still is goalless. Man United are just trying to work it forward. Lovely ball to find Rashford. Back towards him. He's got plenty of players to pick out. Martial, one of them. It's fallen back to Harrit. Great save by Ryan, who was actually going the other way. Somehow adjusted his feet accordingly. Keeps Brighton level. Knockouts. Side to Gross. Referee plays the advantage, and rightly so. Adone. Basuma. Gross. This is better by Brighton. Luke Shaw tried to read it quickly. Couldn't. Knockout. Referee's actually, the lino's waved his flag. It must have been an offside for a player not involved with play. Martial, Pogba, lovely give and go. And this is where United will cause you major problems. Harrit. Back to Odriozola. Dangerous ball, and Lukaku always going for that spectacular finish. Odriozola really does manage to fizz in some exquisite deliveries. But ended up about 2 foot wide. Man United have had the better of the chances. They know they've got to score at least once. Pray that results go their way. It's going to be a pretty, draining day for a lot of these clubs. Liverpool, City or Manchester United will be crowned champions at the end of it. Lukaku, Martial, nicely worked. Martial's getting a lot of room down this flank. Back to Lukaku. Odriozola to Kondogbia. Harrit wants it. Lovely play, poke through. Kondogbia wanted Lukaku, but the defending was exquisite. Now a chance for the corner. Marcus Rashford delivers it in towards the back post. Header by Pogba. Final 4 minutes of the half. United have had a couple of chances, nothing clear cut. But wait a minute, Brighton have a chance here. They can get it down the flank. Laid forward. Will they have one final flourish? Challenged by Kimpembe. And now, this is a chance. Oh, he had Lukaku, but he was briefly offside and then couldn't get back on. And it is goalless at half-time here at Old Trafford. Kimpembe comes across to take it and takes it early. Harrit, what a turn that is. Still going, loses out. Kimpembe. United just working it forward. Luke Shaw. Good run by him. Inside to find Pogba. Looking for Martial. And sliding in. Any kind of contact. And it could have caused some major problems. Poke forward. Rashford. He's looking for the run of Pogba. But it's come back to find Luke Shaw. Surely some point Man United are going to carve them open. Odriozola near post, and a good defensive clearance. Rashford to take it. How's the delivery? Oh, it was a good one. Lindelof fractions away. Well, Brighton have got to sort this out. Right now, they can't really get the ball out. Here's Luke Shaw now. Feeds it forward. Great run by Paul Pogba. Brighton just about surviving. Kempembe. It's all Manchester United. Harry wins himself a foul. Well, it certainly is. Paul Pogba type range. Oh! How has that stayed out? We've seen him a few times this season. Manchester United's first change. Rashford comes off. Malcolm replaces it. Kondogbia. That's a little bit sloppy. Very sloppy, in fact. Better round the other way. Well played, Malcolm. First early touches. Wants the run of Lukaku here, and he could have found him, but for some good defending. Flicked on. Basuma got 20 minutes to play. It's been all Manchester United, but now Brighton are working it well. Chance to swing that one in. They do, and De Gea pretty much with his first save of the game. It's taken 72 minutes. Harrit. Odriozola. Well, he might as well go himself if no one wants to close him down. Lukaku feeds it forward! And Malcolm with literally his second touch gets United the goal they want. The question is, how are the results going in the other fixture? That's a great ball by Lukaku. Yes, he can score goals, but he can also provide them. Brighton got far too deep, slipped through. 1-0. And the first change for Brighton as Stevens replaces Basuma. Well, it's nothing less than Manchester United have fully deserved. It's a great time for them as well to get a little bit of momentum with the Champions League final just around the corner. Taking on Arsenal. It is a bit of an unlikely Champions League final, isn't it? You don't often see two Premier League sides battling it out for pretty much being the best in Europe. Odriozola, that is a very risky ball. And it's going to roll out for a Brighton throw. And that is a bit of a waste as well. Malcolm. Pogba loses out. Kempembe. Lindelof doesn't take any risks. Looks for Lukaku. That's beautifully worked. Lays it forward, looking for the big man. Has a go. And it was heading wide, but Ryan, he's delighted with himself. Pat on the back. Look how quickly this countered, though. Great vision by Pogba. Malcolm just fed it into him. First time strike. Well, two changes for United. Fred on, as well as Douglas Costa. For the final 9 minutes. Here is Costa, known as the super sub, as the ball's delivered in. Lukaku again. Always looking for the spectacular, isn't he? Turned into a bit of a showboater. If anything, he's trying to win the goal of the year. That's a great ball to knock out. And Brighton have a few players, or one player in there. The ball's gone near post, but the finish was nothing more than a poke, and it looks like it may have gone out for a corner, judging by the Lino's reaction. This is all he had on, so ultimately, yeah, it has gone out for the corner. Does look towards the middle, flicked away, header back in the mix. Fantastic challenge there, though, by Malcolm, who's now decided to bring it away himself. Luke Shaw. And look at the players United have flooding forward. He has found Douglas Costa. Will he make it two? Yes, he will. Man United lately, their counter-attacking ability has been phenomenal. And it's actually two subs that have come on and scored. Oh, look at this. Brighton obviously going for an equaliser. There's no catching him. And it's a tidy finish. So Manchester United 2, Brighton 0. That will seal it. They would need probably about 8 more goals for their goal difference to catch up with the likes of Liverpool and City, though. So that's not going to be good enough. Knockout. Will he deliver it? Yes, he does. Looking near post. Good header. Just connected too much. Well, it's been a good display, to be honest. Man United have been very disciplined. The passing has been crisp, the movement's been there. And now, they're looking to just seal it off with Lukaku! Oh, it's too easy, isn't it? Lukaku's first, Manchester United's third. And this guy has been in such good form all season. No question. Up there with the best of the best. When it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net, Brighton have pretty much given up at this point. Nice play by Fred. Beautiful dink and a nice finish. So United will finish on a high. And there is the full-time whistle, but unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. As you can tell by the lack of celebrations, the confirmation has come in that either Liverpool or Man City have done enough. It was a dominant display and Brighton were poor. 11 attempts to 3, and man of the match was Lukaku. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's kind of what I thought was going to happen. I didn't have much hope that both of those were going to drop points, so we did finish pretty well. I have to say, I'm playing deep defensive line now, and I'm not getting caught anywhere near as much as I was. Maybe I should start doing that more often. Chelsea beat Everton, so they may even leapfrog over them. Tottenham lost to Crystal Palace. Arsenal lost to Bournemouth. Yes, Liverpool beat Watford and City beat Newcastle, so we will finish in third place. Middlesbrough 0, Burnley 0. Liverpool have won the league, by the way. Not happy with that. West Ham 2, West Brom 0, and Wolverhampton Wanderers winning 4-0. So it couldn't have been any tighter. And when you look at that, if I had one more draw as opposed to a defeat, we would have won the league. But, you know, you can say that all day. But, you know, Liverpool, if they had one more win, etc. But either way, I mean, I was happy, but not happy than the fact that we did lose such a lead at the start of the season. Chelsea will finish in the final fourth spot. Really disappointing for Everton, because if you have a look at them, about a month ago, they were lying in second place. Now they have finished in fifth. They've missed out on a Champions League spot. Bottom of the table, it's going to be Middlesbrough, Burnley, and Newcastle going down. So here is the Premier League best 11. De Gea in goal, no surprise. Got a lot of players in there. Dupe, Kimpembe, Odriozola, Luke Shaw, Obiang in there, Marquisio, Eriksen, Pogba, and it's Salah and Lukaku up top. I mean, them two combined, I don't know how many goals they score, but a lot. Harriet's goal-scoring exploits have been given a lot of attention. He is now called the Tank. Makes no sense. Why would you call Harriet, who's about, 5'7", a tank? No clue. But if that's what I name him, that's fine. So all Premier League fixtures for the season have been completed. We finished third. 6 players have made it into the team of the season. Time to select the England national team. All right, well, we know the mission's going to go down purely for the fact that we did not win the league. We picked up a little bit of moolah. Let's have a real quick look. Missions 24. Wow, that went right down. It was on about 46. But if we do win the Champions League, it's going to bump it up yet again. Disappointing, I mean, Lukaku did all right. 25 goals. Salah had 29. So, 54 goals scored between them. But yeah, so close, ladies and gentlemen. But yet so far. Anyway, we'll be back shortly. We're taking on Arsenal in the big game, the final game of the season against Arsenal in the Champions League. Hopefully that will be a good solid matchup. You never know how the AI are going to play. I'm playing on the normal default vanilla gameplay, so that's how the AI. I am finding though that the responsiveness is better, which means I can defend better, play better, and you can see that. You really can. And this is the settings you've been playing on all season pretty much. I know some of you say crank it up to Legend, but I don't know. Should we do Legend in the final of the Champions League? Let me know. But we all know Legend is one of those modes where you kind of get a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to speed and everything else. But let me know below. And let me know who you want to see next season. Still have to make an executive decision. But until next time, subscribe for more. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And take care.